You might remember earlier in the week, beginning of the week, Nick Ferrero speaking to Matt Jukes, the Deputy Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police, in which they discussed Iranian and other malicious international actors creating relationships with people here in the UK in order to get them to act as proxies and commit particular crimes, particular acts. Well, an LBC reporter, an undercover LBC reporter, kind of wanted to look into how that might work. And then a person identifying themselves as an Iranian agent offered that reporter money for carrying out criminal acts on London streets. Our reporter Fraser Knight is here to describe the experience that the reporter had. So just take us back to the very beginning of the operation, really, the undercover operation.
Yeah, Sheila, so this is a warning that's been bubbling away by police for some years, really, about hostile states recruiting malign actors, proxies, here in the UK to cause sabotage on their behalf. And what we've done is actually prove just how easy, but more crucially, how quickly it's happening online. So LBC dug into the world of Telegram, the messaging app, and made contact with someone who claimed to be linked to Iran's intelligence service, and started the conversation where, it was very, straightforward questions saying, what are you looking for? How can I help? And very, very quickly, within just 15 messages, we were actually set a task which would have been paid for, which was to print out a photo of Donald Trump and of Benjamin Netanyahu, head out onto a famous London street and film ourselves setting that picture on fire. Now, that in itself seems like quite a small task, but this was a confidence building task where they wanted to see whether we were serious enough or not. It's a hugely concerning thing, given the recent spate of arson attacks that we've seen in London as well, against Jewish premises, against the Persian media channel as well. And Stephen Silverman, who's from the Campaign Against Antisemitism, has said what we found here at LBC confirms all of the warnings that have come before.
It's quite something now to see it in black and white. If anyone ever doubted it, it's incontrovertible proof that this country is being subverted by foreign influence.
And this account on Telegram asked us quite straightforward questions. I'll read you some of them here. What are your abilities and what can you do, they asked. Are you Iranian? How old are you? And then on message 15 came the task, the job that was given to us. Print out a photo of Trump and Netanyahu, set it on fire in one of London's famous streets and send a video of it. And they said, after you send me the video, I will make the payment and I will title the second job. So there you can see...
Starting small, almost. Starting
small, the escalation that could potentially follow. And experts have said to us, if we had continued in that relationship, it would have been a dangerous one that they were looking for and could have potentially been lethal as well. Now, Jonathan Hall, KC, who's the independent reviewer of terrorism legislation, but also state threats legislation in the UK, he said that what the messages that we received had a lot of striking similarities with the recruitment of a man by the Wagner Group, the Russia-backed group, that led to a Ukrainian warehouse in London being set on fire in 2024.
The lead defendant was called Dylan Earl, and he was recruited. The message that you showed me, the exchange, has quite a few similarities. It looks straight from that sort of recruitment playbook. The individual is being asked to do something that you might think is fairly minor and trivial, burning a picture of a political leader on the streets, but presumably once he's done that, he's then proved himself.
And of course, as you say, earlier this week, the Deputy Commissioner Matt Jukes had warned people against getting involved in schemes like this, especially given how fast they happen. People who are often motivated by money and trying to get some quick cash. He said, if you do this, you will end up in prison. And actually, the sums of money that are being offered are inconsequential, he says, when you're staring at the back of that prison cell door. Last night, Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, went to one of the synagogues that have been attacked in London through those arson attacks, and he promised that there will be a new law that they are going to bring forward to try and crack down on this tactic.
I'm increasingly concerned that a number of countries are using proxies for attacks in this country. It's very, very important. We need to move forward.
Now, it goes without saying, Sheila, our team did not carry out the act that was tasked of us. Instead, we have reported that Telegram account to counter-terrorism police.
Right. And, you've got to admire the police and the security services for a lot of the work that goes on that we don't necessarily know about.
Yep.
And gosh, we live in incredibly complicated times, don't we? Thank you very much, Fraser Knight, and to the undercover LBC reporter as well for carrying out that report in the first place.